Peter Pan and Charlie's Great Neverland Adventure. Once upon a time, in the magical land of Neverland, there lived a boy named Peter Pan. Peter Pan was a mischievous and adventurous boy who never grew up. He loved flying high in the sky, and his favorite dessert was fairy cakes. But more than anything, Peter Pan valued bravery and imagination. One day, a boy named Charlie, who was 6 years old, found himself in Neverland. Charlie was brave and curious, and he quickly made friends with Peter Pan and his best friend, TinkerBell. TinkerBell was a tiny and feisty fairy who always had Peter's back. Peter Pan and Charlie flew all around Neverland, exploring its many wonders. They played on the sparkling beaches, swam in the crystal-clear lagoons, and climbed the tallest trees in the forest. They even discovered hidden caves filled with treasure and ancient artifacts. One day, while they were exploring, they heard a loud and menacing laugh. It was Captain Hook, Peter Pan's sworn enemy. Captain Hook was a fearsome pirate with a hook for a hand and a grudge against Peter Pan. He was always trying to capture Peter and TinkerBell, but they were always one step ahead of him. Peter Pan and Charlie knew they had to be brave and use their imagination to outwit Captain Hook. They came up with a plan to trick the pirate and his crew. TinkerBell sprinkled them with fairy dust, and they flew high into the sky. From above, they could see Captain Hook's ship anchored in a hidden cove. Peter Pan and Charlie swooped down and landed on the deck of the ship. They hid behind barrels and crates, watching as Captain Hook and his crew loaded treasure onto the ship. Peter Pan gave Charlie a mischievous grin and whispered his plan. With a flick of his wrist, Peter Pan used his imagination to create a distraction. He made it look like a giant sea monster was rising from the water. The pirates screamed and ran in all directions, trying to escape the imaginary beast. Charlie couldn't help but laugh at the sight. While the pirates were distracted, Peter Pan and Charlie quickly tied up Captain Hook and his crew. They used vines from the forest to secure them to the ship's mast. TinkerBell flew around, sprinkling fairy dust to make sure the vines held tight. With Captain Hook and his crew captured, Peter Pan and Charlie explored the ship. They found all sorts of treasures, from gold coins to sparkling jewels. But the most valuable thing they found was a map. The map led to an island filled with even more wonders and adventures. Peter Pan and Charlie knew that their journey was far from over. They flew back to their friends in Neverland, eager to share their discovery. Charlie felt a sense of pride and excitement. He had faced his fears, used his imagination, and made new friends along the way. As the sun set over Neverland, Peter Pan, Charlie, and TinkerBell gathered around a campfire. They roasted marshmallows and told stories of their adventures. Peter Pan smiled at Charlie and said, "You have the heart of a true adventurer. Never stop being brave and using your imagination." Charlie nodded, feeling a sense of warmth and belonging. He knew that no matter where his adventures took him, he would always carry the lessons he had learned in Neverland. With a heart full of bravery and a mind full of imagination, Charlie was ready for anything. And so, as the stars twinkled in the night sky, Charlie closed his eyes and drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the many more adventures that awaited him in the magical world of Neverland.
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.